Questionable property ads popping up on social media. When the government implement what offer free seminar, multiple property with no money down, a condo on a 6K, buy without ABSD, then what do you still have? No down payment, own 20 properties without cash down. Are these real? Let's go! Okay, today I'm going to talk about this because I received this news article from Straits Times today. As in, like, I don't know whether the article is dated today, but I received this Straits Times article, and I also received this some people on like YouTube and everything, which is like selling some investment stuff and all those things. I mean, I don't want to comment about other people, but I seen like a lot of people talking about this advertisement, like sell HDB, buy 2 property, sell earn 6,000 and buy a condo, and what, no down payment. Okay, I just want to talk about this. Okay, I just want to talk about this. Okay, yes, I'm a property agent, and I'm not gonna be biased, and if you know me well, I don't bias against such things. And I actually did a video like maybe 6 months ago or even longer than that about like whether whether if you like have $5,000, can you really sell away your HDB and upgrade to a condo. And I actually did this video and I actually show you the calculation and everything. I would like hit the link somewhere in the description, and you can just see it, you see. So I'm going to separate this into a few parts, okay? The first advertisement is like sell your HDB and own 2, or only with 6,000 income you can like own a private property. Okay, I'm gonna solve this thing, okay. Now point number one. So we're gonna talk about these 2 kinds of advertisement first. It's possible to sell a HDB and buy 2. You know, that really depends on whether you have the ability to do it or not. You know, why is it not possible? You sell your HDB, then husband and wife, one buy a 1-bedroom, one buy a 3-bedroom, or one buy a condo and one buy a commercial. You know, there's nothing wrong with it. You know, so let's cut it short, okay? Second thing, earn 5,000 or earn 6,000, sell your HDB and buy a condo. Is it possible? It's possible. What? You see, if today, right, the person like earns like 5,000, but he's at the age of like maybe 40, and his property is like a EM that is like almost fully paid up, so he will take back like 600,000-700,000. You know, he may just earn 5,000 now, but he wasn't earning 5,000 like 10-20 years ago. Is it not possible? So this is like, these are advertisement, you know. It's like you go to a show flat, right? They always tell you like the price is starting from 1,200. Then when you walk in, it's like, what the hell? It's like 1,000, 4,005. But it is 1,002 because the cheapest unit and the biggest square feet unit, like the 5 bedrooms and on the low floor, they are normally the cheapest, and they are like 1,002 per square feet. But the 1-bedders are like 1,004 per square feet. There's nothing wrong. These are just advertisement, right? Okay. So I solved these 2 questions. The second one that I want to talk about is that people says own 20 properties, own 20 properties without down payment. Okay, I've been asked this question a lot of times, and I actually saw this article at 99.co, so saying that can you really own 20 properties with no cash down? So I was reading it, right? So and actually without reading it, you know, I roughly know what is going on. But with reading it, right, it shows me that I'm correct. Okay, so there's no such thing, you know, there's no free lunch in the world, and property is a very, very big thing in Singapore. The government takes it really, really, really seriously. If it's possible to do such things like avoid tax, like evade tax, or like own property without down payment, then the government will be the first one to stop it. It will not be anyone but the government, because it's illegal, you know. So how do people do it? It's basically like more like crowdfunding, basically like more like crowd pool money and all these things. You don't really own it in a way whereby you can actually go in and stay. You don't really own it in a way whereby you actually can like decide which tenant you want, you know. So that is, whether how legal it is, I mean, I wouldn't be able to comment on it, but you don't really own it. You know, you co-own it in a way, or you own it like a fund kind of thing, like a fund kind of thing that you own it, you know, it's like the fund manager will decide which one to buy. And yes, you do get the rental returns, you know, but the rental returns also depends on how much percentage you're putting in, you know. So if the rental is like 3,000 and you only own like 10% of that property, like 10% of that property, I don't know how they calculate it, but then you only get back like what, $300 rental for putting in 10% of the property price. So all these things are like, and people do tell me that they pay a cost fee for it. Like, I don't know whether it's 3,000 or 5,000, but I think the cost fee is enough to like earn. And it makes me think that maybe I should just start a course, because I could have earned at 5,000. 20 people, 5,000, that's like 100,000, you know. Every course is like 100,000. If it's like 20 people, 3,000, every week that's like 60,000, you know. It's like, oh my god, that's good money. Okay, anyway, that's not important. Okay, so the thing is, all these things, right, it's not a scam. Is whether is it a scam or whether is it not a scam, you gotta see it correctly, because there's no free lunch in like the world, and in Singapore, property is very, very highly and strictly regulated. So you have to know your facts. You know, if people get cheated for like selling away their HDB and thinking they could afford a private property and they can't afford a private property, I think this is a big thing, you know. And if there is like things like agents trying to go out to use this to cheat customer, it's really, really bad. But it's also very weird that customer actually buy such ideas, because if you look at it this way, right, everything is about mathematics, you know. So for you to determine whether this is true or not true, for someone that don't know anything, you are able to determine if your agent is cheating you. Okay, it's very simple. It's all about mathematics. It's all about calculation. By selling away your HDB flat, you are able to know how much CPF and how much cash is coming back to you. By knowing your income now, you are able to check with the bank and know how much you can borrow. And from how much you can borrow and how much you are taking back from your sales and how much you have in your pocket, you will know whether you can afford your private property or not. You see? If you're unable to, like, you're still very confused over it, then you should just call me, because I won't cheat you, you know. You know, it's like, once you put your video on YouTube, you know, you better don't cheat. People will like hunt you down. Okay, but anyway, it doesn't make sense, you know. So it's very easy to actually source it and know what is correct and what is wrong. And it's also very difficult to get cheated if you actually I really don't understand how you get cheated, you know. You can actually calculate it. But for such things like no down payment and everything, you know, I'm very sure that many Singaporeans are very, very interested in this. I'm not trying to kill people's rice bowl and everything, but I'm just trying to solve this question, because I read this people asked me, and I read this article from 99.co, and we have some discussion also, and there's no way that you can do it in another way, you know. And if I really want to find out, right, I would have just lose $3,000 or $5,000, which it's not possible, you know. For the last 10 years in the industry, if could have done that way, then I would have just got my investor into it, you know. So it's definitely not a very, very lucrative way in a way, and it's not a very legal, or even like I would say, not that it's not legal or legal, you know. I have to use my words carefully, but it's not something that I advise, and it's not something that I feel that is actually safe in a way. Okay, so this advertisement, right, there's different kind of advertisement, you know. Some is really, really possible, you know. And if you see, the thing about the real estate agents putting up advertisement like that, right, is okay. Why? Because this advertisement has gone through approval. And for a real estate agent, right, that is being regulated by the Council of Estate Agents, if they put up an advertisement that is like bullshit or not true or like cheating people, you know, the government will have come after them, will come after us, you know, as real estate agents. But if people that is not real estate agents putting up such advertisement, then it really backs to whether does it really relate to the council or not, you know, because the Council of Estate Agents regulates the estate agents. They don't regulate any other people, you know. And whether these people are like just a seminal, you know, they may not be like acting in terms of like estate work. They are not helping you to buy or sell a property. So the government or the council or estate agent won't even bother, you know. So there's this gray area over here which I think the consumers got to be careful about. But as far as I know, as a real estate agent or any other real estate agent, the council or estate agent is actually regulating all those things. So there is no cheating involved in terms of like it's only an advertisement gimmick kind of thing. It's like how you actually interpret that sentence in the advertisement. But if you watch my videos and you watch my last video on like is it true on the 5,000, I actually did a calculation and explained to you, because some of my clients actually did it, okay. And some of my clients that actually throughout the years of savings, throughout the years of moving to bigger houses, you know, they're actually able to sell like a Bishan 5-room flat or Bishan EM or Toa Payoh EM. They get back like 700 over 1,000, 800 over 1,000. For them to move to a EC is definitely possible, okay. So this is what I want to attend to, because this article hit me hard today. So I hope it solved your question, and thank you very much. Subscribe to my channel, subscribe to my channel, subscribe to my channel, subscribe to my channel. Please subscribe to my channel. Bye bye.